We rolling. Back again with another episode of FUTV, aka For Us Television. I'm your host, Big Mac, aka Sean the Villain. Today I got a guest with me that got a lot of knowledge on a lot of shit. You know what I mean? From the streets to the music, to fatherhood, to all around life. Introduce yourself.
Yo, man, you already know it's your Uncle OG. You did Gotti, Sean, Gotti, Big Sean, Gotti, whatever you know me as. What you prefer? What you want to be called?
What I want to be
Yeah,
called? Hey, I got a lot of names, man. It all depends on the situation.
I'm saying as far as us chopping it up,
It don't matter what you want to call me. Lansky, shit.
because
Sean.
I know Sean the villain. That's what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
all want to
yeah.
be.
No,
You
all my names got respect and discipline behind it, right?
right,
You
right,
know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So
right.
I'm all ball, man. You know what I mean?
That's why I say depending on where you know me from, you might know me as something else. You know how that shit be in the street. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? If I sold you crack, you might call me black. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Turtle, if we went to Washington and you
Right.
from the hood, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. That Gotti stuff came along. It's like it wasn't like even no rap
Mm-hmm.
shit. It was like I was a gangster. You know, I had gotten to a situation where I had man, I don't know. Can I tell these stories? Can I?
It's all on you. Long as we ain't talking about none of that. They ain't
Oh
got no
no,
statute of
hell no,
limitation.
hell no, man. I ain't go.
Everything else is fair game.
Man, I'm too old to be in jail,
You
man.
hear me?
I'm
And
trying
that's
to
why
tell
I tell the people, man,
you.
it's always a conversation, never no interrogation.
Right,
Ain't nobody finna get no video of mine without a fight. That's number one.
right,
And number two, if they do get it, ain't nothing incriminating on it. You know what I mean?
right, right.
And that's what I thrive on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, then you got to know yourself what not to say. It be
Mm-hmm.
we caught up in this clout era
Yeah.
where it's like if I do something to this guy, don't
Mm-hmm.
nobody know. I don't go get the clout for it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
So
right.
people incriminate themselves. Ain't no man. I'm like, at some point, if I'm rapping and I'm like everything I'm rapping about, I do this shit real.
Right.
At some point, me knowing what I know, I got to put a disclaimer. Like, that's
Exactly.
bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
None of this shit real. You know what I'm saying?
Entertainment purposes only, right,
Right,
this
right.
motherfucker.
I forgot what story I was.
How you got the name Gotti?
Oh, man. Shit that went bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
We, damn near end of the crack era. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers out here loose. I'm on all kind of shit. I'm robbing people. I'm doing all kind of shit. So it's down to the wire.
Right.
My homie, he on the run. He done did some shit. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? He out of town. We giving them money, right?
Yeah.
Whole time, fam down there living it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, man, he's blowing cocaine and
All
all
kind of
kind of
shit.
shit. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So we damn near broke. So it's like, okay, we gotta hit a lick. I called some people I knew because I knew they had the shit.
Right.
I was super shiesty back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I should have a back door tatted on. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I was greasy as a bitch. You know
Respect
what
the
I'm
honesty
saying?
and love it as well.
Yeah, because it's over with now, and I don't feel we talking
Mm-hmm.
and this is going on here, but I'm kind of cleansed. I don't glorify none of that stuff. I don't talk about cats. It's cats that's I be in the same place with and
Mm-hmm.
shit went down and they like, man, I ain't on that. And I'm like, I
Mm-hmm.
ain't, man, I was a terrible person. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be that way no more. But anyways, long story short, I couldn't do the shit. You know how it go.
Yeah.
I couldn't do the shit because I knew the
Right.
motherfuckers.
I can't knock on the door because if I knock on the door, they gonna know.
Right, right. It's
Yeah.
it's it's over with. You know what I'm saying? So I tell my mans to do it.
Right.
You know, a lot of you young guys, man, you be out here with people and you let your guy talk about how hard he is, but and you ain't never seen fam do shit. That's
Right.
just your man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never seen him do shit.
Right.
But you got your whole belief that
Come
if
down
fam
through.
finna ride. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, okay, fam, you go do it. Whole time he ain't got no plans to do it. You know what I'm saying? So he give a hype 10mm pistol. Get a hype the gun. Tell the hype to do it.
Hype
The
all
hype,
for it.
while he on the crack, this, that, right? So when it came down to it, he chickened out. And he hit the gun. I was supposed to get the cats in the basement, and he was supposed to come out, lay us all down. He hid the gun in the basement. I don't know any of this. This before cell phone. You know what I'm saying? I don't know none of this shit, right?
Right.
So I'm just down there with the cats like we is now. And the one cat who the mark, he get to searching around in the basement. I don't know what he on.
Right.
Then all of a sudden he just come back like, look what I found. He got the damn gun.
Over with.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But I still got to play it cool because I don't know how much he know.
Right.
So I'm like, now he don't know nothing. He just like, I found the gun down here. I'm like, damn, because I know that's our gun. I'm like, shit. I'm like, dog, we gotta get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? You know, such and such be over here, this, that. But my whole plan is how the fuck I'm gonna get this gun back. You know, exactly. I gotta get the gun back.
Back to the guys.
So I get in the car with the cats. I'm trying to get him to pull over at the gas station. You know what I'm saying? So I could, you know what I mean? They ain't going for it. Anyway, I got to go all the way back to their house with them, right? I'm in the car with them. And I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I'm going to get out of this shit, right?
Right.
So when he jump out with the shit and tell one of the little homies, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Grab the shit. So I'm like, this my time. So I'm looking all through. He's looking for it. He find it first. I play on him. I'm like, ooh, that motherfucker fat. Let me see that motherfucker. Don't ever hand nobody your weapon. I done took plenty guns that way. Ever. I don't care. I'm not handing nobody my weapon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I done had cats that was my dogs. I handed them a gun, nigga turned it around on me. You know what I'm saying?
I need this.
Like, man, you know what I mean? So he handed me the motherfucker. I'm like, oh, this motel fam, this me. So I started walking up the alley trying to figure out how I'm gonna get the fuck up from down there. He grabbed a tech, jump in the car, come out the alley. Man, let me holler at you. You know what I'm saying? They used to call me Shauna Mike. Man, let me holler at you, Shauna Mike. You know what I'm saying? I just get it cut in the back of my head and shot this big Dolomite fan.
Right.
So I'm like, I pull a gun and some people right here. So we having this tent stand up. And like, so he make a face. Now, at the end, he like his gun jam. And I believe it because he bless you, the face he made was like he was trying to bust. Right. You know what I'm saying? So no shots fired or whatever, right? I run to the corner. The villain coming. I jump on the motherfucking bus. So I'm down in the seats like this. I see the niggas riding around looking for me. And right. You know what I'm saying? So I make it all the way I'm going. Call my man, telling him the story. He just sitting there like just grinning. Like, he said, dog, you a gangster for real. He said, you know it ain't no bullets in that gun? I said, what?
Double whammy.
He said, yeah, I thought I was scared the hype was going to shoot somebody because of how hard he was acting. Right. So the nigga took the bullets out the gun, bro. So I did all this. Could have got, man, what that nigga gun with a bust. Exactly. It wasn't a jam. And so like from then, he was like, oh, you got stripes and then all that shit. That Gotti, because remember, that was going on while we was young. You know what I'm saying? It was the 90s.
What year was this exactly, you know?
I can't say. It was 90s, what I wanted to say, 4 maybe, something like that.
Still grimy as ever.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was excuse me, y'all. It was still going down. But we had always been doing, excuse me, y'all. We had always been doing that rap shit, right? Mm-hmm. Me and Playboy. It started with us when we was young.
Shout out to Playboy D.
Yeah, I called him too to get him on here.
Yeah.
So like from kids. We was kids.
Mm.
You know, when we was young, rap was still new as
Still
shit.
fresh.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, you know, I be telling my kids, I remember when everybody came out. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Like the
Everybody,
conceptual
you
and
know,
shit.
I remember when everybody was new.
Very good.
So, it was a talent show, and there was a rapper named Top Dog. He was like the biggest in the city, man. I only ever known a few people
Right.
knew about Top Dog, but he used to bark. This was before DMX.
Right.
Oh, they used but it was cold. He used to put it in the
Right.
raps.
Right.
It was cold to me. But he was like the biggest dude at the time. We did this talent contest, and we had our routine down. I go in the bathroom. There's 100 motherfuckers in the bathroom rapping. I think everybody rap better than mine. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I'm like,
That's how
and
I
I'm
felt
finna
too.
change my shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Playboy, like, don't change your shit. I'm like, I'm finna change. Man, got up there, forgot all that shit. Was
Right.
just
Wasn't
and
enough time.
my first stage where I was just standing there.
Right.
Playboy was so goddamn mad.
I can believe it.
Oh
I
man,
can
he
believe
was
it.
so
So,
mad.
what was it like for you? You know what I'm saying, coming up in the '80s and shit, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Man, the '80s. I was a kid. I was born in '75. I'll be
Mm-hmm.
50 next month.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man, made it. I ain't
Yeah.
never, man. You know, they be calling me old. I tell them, you better hope you get old, motherfucker. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because y'all the ones out here dying right now. You
Right.
know, y'all little age group just like it was mine back
Mm-hmm.
then. But the '80s, man, the '80s in Milwaukee, I think just like the whole '80s was the shit.
Right.
It was just a time. I can remember the lake staying open and all that type of shit,
Right.
and the gangs.
Right.
Go ahead,
What games was prominent?
man. It was the two cell. You know what I'm saying? We used to be little kids on the bus. Who that talking about with two cell?
Right.
You know, that was the shit. The Boulevard, 19. It was the two foes, and then whatchamacallit them came went on Hopkins. And Duke and all them
Yeah.
was up there, and then they was BOS, and then I can remember, man, where like really gang bang,
Right.
where
See, this was you know what I'm saying. Like Milwaukee has a history of having their own street gangs. We're
yeah,
not talking about top notch or top dog organizations. We talking about the street gangs at that time.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
Milwaukee has its own identity with gangsterism from organized crime to street crime. You know what I mean?
facts,
And a lot of people still think it's just farms up here, man.
man. I
Ain't no
got that.
farms in Milwaukee, Jack.
I got that everywhere I've ever been,
Mm-hmm.
especially moving through the South and Ohio and stuff like that back in
Yeah.
the day. Cats was like, "Where you from?" Like I had to say it twice, and
Right.
all they knew was Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? They was always it's black people there, and I remember my homeboy Tiny down south because I'm trying to tell them, you know what I'm saying about it. They ain't got none of this. They got all they like 20 years behind. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? They finally got the folks and the wives. I was
Yeah.
telling them about this shit in '94. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I just remember my homeboy saying, "Man, I'll go," because that was their thing. Go to the club, dance with all the girls, and then fight. So he was like, "Man, I'll go up to Milwaukee and be knocking niggas out."
Get
And I
your
said,
ass
"Man,
killed.
yo, they gonna ship your country ass back down here in a
In a
box."
box, my
You know what I'm
nigga.
saying? I said, "No, it
Real
ain't.
shit.
I don't know what you think, cause I'm 19,
Mm-hmm.
fresh from there off some shit. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? My people done sent me down there. I'm showing them bullet holes and everything.
Right.
Like y'all not living how we living. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? They ain't know nothing, man. They was slow."
Man, Milwaukee was and still is a wild motherfucking spot, man.
Yeah, it's
You
a
know what I
place.
mean? Yeah, it's a small city, but it's still a city. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right.
Where your love of music come from? Like, was it from hearing it around the house or just?
Yeah, my pops
Mm-hmm.
and moms too, but pops, I just remember him having crates and crates of records. You know what I'm saying? And my uncle Mac had a reel to reel,
Mm-hmm.
and they used to just sit up, man. It was just music
Right.
the time. Good music. Good music.
Name something that you could recall just always hearing pops up. Turn that motherfucker on and
goddamn it, Zap.
Roger and
Roger
Zapp.
Troutman and them,
Yeah.
man, at they height. Oh my
Yeah.
God, dog.
Yeah.
Because you gotta remember, we ain't never heard no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't know. I remember an interview he did on the radio. They was here for a concert, and they was asking him how did he do his voice like
Yeah.
that. He said, "Yeah, I don't know. He just do
Right.
an interview shit. He like, yeah, you got to put your hand on your radio, and man, you don't know how long I tried this shit, man.
Telling y'all some bullshit.
Man,
He
you
didn't
don't
want to
know
get a
how.
sauce away.
Right,
Wrong.
right.
Yeah.
Man, I tried this shit for years.
Big that. That's what's happening.
I'm like, if I get a different stereo, maybe
Right.
it'll
It's
work.
it's
You
the
know what I'm saying?
stereo. It ain't
Right,
me. It's the
right,
stereo.
right.
Now, I can't say I know you, but I know certain things about you from us being out in the world at certain bar shows and being friends on Facebook.
Right.
And one thing I tip my hat to you is fatherhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you say you about to be 50, but I know you got two youngsters and what, three older sons?
Yeah, 3 older sons,
And
all boys.
Yeah, all boys. And I'd have seen you on field trips, programs, just hanging out with your sons, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mainly the older two.
Right.
So how did you navigate from being a street nigga out here moving and grooving to really buckling down on his fatherhood shit and really, you know what I mean,
Man,
putting it down?
I got locked up 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Caught a case 2012. I got locked up 2013. I'm well into my 30s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm in there with young cats. I'm an old head. You know what I'm saying to them? I'm in there. They had closed the Lincoln Hills or whatever. They 16
Right.
and stuff like that. And just seeing them in there that young, man, with absolutely no guidance.
Mm-hmm.
I was in there with one of my partners who we was locked up 20 years ago together.
Right.
Meet up in there 20 years
2020,
again.
yeah.
Like, we still out here old bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we used to work out. And an officer was talking to us. And he looked at my man's stuff and saw his name. And he said, "Oh, we got a such and such over there." He was like, "Is his name such?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "That's my son." And I was just like, damn.
Right.
To be in jail with your kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we got to do better.
Right.
And even he just was like, man, I messed up. You know what I'm saying? I was in the streets. So, because he felt bad. He hadn't talked to his son. He didn't even know he was in jail.
Right.
So, from that point on, and then also, this is crazy, but you know how, I don't know who all them been locked up, you know what I'm saying, or did some time, but you think of all the shit you want to do when you can't.
Right.
You like, if I was out, man, I'd be with my kids. I'd be doing this.
Right.
You watching TV commercials and stuff, and you
Mm-hmm.
seeing shit like, oh, see, I should be doing shit like that. So when I got out, I just like, that's the shit I'm gonna do.
Right.
I sobered up. I ain't had a drink in 12 years.
Congratulations.
Yeah, cause my sons ain't, thank you. My sons ain't never seen, at least the young ones. They don't even know
that part.
the other who I used to be. They never seen me drunk and fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And just knowing, if you watch the news, man, all this shit going on, Trump and all that, dog, they need our guidance more than ever.
Right.
To be able to navigate through this shit. I always want to tell the young cats, you out here, you huffing and puffing, you got your pistol, but you got your little ones. You know how? Can you imagine them being out here without you?
Right.
They still young. My son's 12 and 9. They ain't even hit high school.
Mm-hmm.
Bullies, all that type shit.
They need
You
that
know what I'm
fatherly
saying?
guidance, man. That
Right.
Serious.
Right.
Man.
We have to be there, man, because I can't say my dad was there, but you can also not be there. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing that made me tighten up with my young ones. Excuse me. Because I was like, my kids is with me,
Right.
but I'm not spending quality time. They just in the same room and shit with me. You know what I'm saying? Or they in the house. They over. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not interacting with them. You know what I mean? To where I done put my phone over here and it's just, okay, man, what happened? Tell me, you know what I'm saying, about your life or what's going on with you and shit like that. Because kids, man, we running these streets, we moving around, we leave them there with mama. They open up to their mama because that's who they with.
Right.
Now you making money, you keep them in Jordans and they got all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But
none of that shit
man,
matter.
right? But do they got the game? And you know what I'm saying? Where a motherfucker could be like, oh, let's go over here and rob this store. They got the game to be like, man, I ain't going out like that. You know what I'm saying, man? Y'all talk. Or is he gonna go along with it to make motherfuckers like him and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I always told my son, shout out to Deuce, you ain't gotta be no street nigga, just don't be no hoe nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man. Don't let no nigga hoe you. Don't let no motherfucker think they can run over you or say anything to you, but you ain't gotta prove shit to nobody.
And one thing I want to emphasize too, I seen it on the movie and it was real. Even if you take a loss, long as you wasn't scared and you stepped up to that shit, you know what I'm saying? That still means something. Because cats is scared to lose a fight. That's why it's instantly to the strap.
A lot of them niggas don't even know how to fight.
Man, and then when they do, have y'all watched these young dudes fighting on? God damn it, man! It's just swing until I hit.
Like they sister,
right? Shit. I'm like, bullshit. Come on, bro! Like y'all shouldn't even be out there fighting. You swinging your arms. You ain't gonna be no match for me. You know what I'm saying? Even at 50, you know what I'm saying?
And another problem too, man, is niggas that don't know how to fight, quick to pick up a pistol. You go to jail, boy. Ain't no gun in that motherfucker.
Man, I had a homeboy like that, man.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no pistol in that motherfucker, so it's gonna be rough.
Man, I had a homeboy like that. I ain't even gonna say his name because cats know who he is.
Right.
He was out here terrorizing motherfuckers. Me and him had some shit where he did. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, man, we in jail, man. All I hear about is fam getting whooped. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my,
knocking him through the bunks,
man. Just because he still, a lot of them, they still had that attitude and mouth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They forgot they ain't got the pistol. And that catch is in there like, you know, he wasn't no jail type dude. Right. You know, he was in the streets. So he getting into it with dudes that's ex-cons.
It's a difference between an inmate and a convict.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So he getting into it with the wrong people. Right. And it's all behind the gang shit. Right. You know, once upon a time here, especially if you got locked up, you know, it was you went with your kind. You know what I'm saying? If you was who you, what is you? This is that. Okay, them over there. You know what I'm saying? It was like that once upon a time here. And I always tell people, man, ain't no. Now let me ask you this. I do not believe there was more murders now than there was in the 90s.
Man, listen. You know,
as far as here.
Right. I was a kid in the 90s.
Okay.
However, it's fucked up to say, but a motherfucker go home and watch the news because we know somebody got dropped. You know what I mean?
In the dope house. 5 people that got murdered. Yeah. Execution style. You know what I'm saying?
This one cat, man, long story short, man, he said he went by a sister house one day. You know, he got dressed for a barbecue, whatever, he got his hat to the left. And his nephew was like, man, you tripping with your hat to the left. Right. GD. He tell the niggas, man, where was you niggas at when it was hard to be GD? When niggas was getting killed because they was GD. Right. Don't tell me how the fuck I could wear my hat. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of these niggas, they playing, man. You know what I'm saying? We
Right.
don't know nothing about no motherfucking punky head or the laws of the day or you know what I'm saying?
Or niggas are walking up to you saying, "What up, folk?" And you be like, "What up, folk?" And
Not
nigga,
knowing.
nigga, I ain't folks. You
Not
know what I'm
knowing.
saying? Knock your
Yeah.
ass out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It was hard.
Where
Wearing
you
a
got really
motherfucking
screamed.
yeah, wearing a Blue Devils coat and hat meant something. Wearing
Yep.
a fucking Dallas Cowboy pullover meant niggas was getting killed for coats up there. Pullovers.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
look how they now think about it. And I tell them, man, it was way rougher back then. Cause you wouldn't dare stand out on that bus stop in a starter coat and some brand new shorts in a
Rough.
bad that you wouldn't dare.
It was rough.
Cause you might go home, man. You know how many I remember my cousin them, man, come in the door and they socks and t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we
Hey,
just got robbed. Like,
I
man,
don't
they
know
was stripping
yeah,
cats.
I don't know if I told this story out here. Yep. My fault, bro, but it happened. So my brother Big O, man, he had a Nike coat, Nike starter coat, no, a Nike coat with the Nike hat. Coming home from school, right? You know what I'm saying? So I guess he decided to walk through the alley. Long story short, motherfucker stripping, right?
Yeah.
So he coming through the alley, so he hit the gangway by the house. He coming through the gangway. I look, tell my oldest brother, hey, Big O ain't got his coat on. Bro, come downstairs. Look, he fuck your coat at. Bro say, niggas in the alley got it. Bro run back in the house, you know, grab whatever. You know, him and his guys, they hop in the car, they leave. So me and Big O go in the house, you know what I'm saying? Me and my Big O, we the youngest brothers. You know what I'm saying? We got older brothers and shit. So, you know, he tell my mama, you know, my mama spazzing out, you know, we go upstairs. He like, man, yeah, they finna go woo woo, they gonna get my coat back. Niggas know not to fuck with us, woo, they don't fuck with our family. I'm talking about he upstairs running it down. He ain't even with them, but he know what's about to happen, right?
Right.
Like 30 minutes go by. They come back. They come back in there. This one niggas was drinking St. Ives. They come back in the house with St. Ives. He look, hey, where my coat at? We couldn't find him. Man, bro was so motherfucking mad, bro. Like, but just the point, man, anybody can get stripped back then, bro. It didn't matter, bro. Like, that shit didn't matter. You know what I mean?
It did not.
Like, who you is and all that. Hey, if they catch you, you caught. You know what I mean?
And they was riding around looking for that.
Yeah,
they was lurking
yeah.
how you know they is in Chicago not looking for their ops. That's how because
Man.
I've been there. I've been one of them lurkers. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But then I was like, you know, you got to remember, it was different. It was the as we call it the crack era, and I'm like, why am I gonna waste my time robbing people for coats and shit when this nigga probably got 200,000-300,000 in his house? You know what I'm saying? Just sitting in the closet or some shit. You know, so that became my thing right there. And I got when I was 19, man, it was down to the wire, man.
Yeah.
It was so bad. You remember how when you used to pull a move on cats, you might have some real money on top of some dudes, but I ain't even had no money to put on top of that shit.
Right.
It was bad. All I had was a pistol. You know what I'm saying? So I did some shit, man, and got shot robbing this dude, man. Like I say, I'm 19. He like 30 something. I'm like, oh, this old.
Right.
Nah, I don't know better. Right, I don't know. 30 ain't old up for shit. But when you 19, you 38. Oh, that old ass. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's old. I learned a lot from that lick.
Right.
One, because we was talking. He had been in the army and all that stuff.
That was one of the first signs. Shit.
I'm you
Young,
know what
19.
I'm saying? I'm stupid and desperate. I ain't even thinking. Because all the clues was there, like you said. So, so when I get the shit, right, I go out the door. Now I'm expecting cats coming from behind.
Right.
Oh, none of that shit happened. I get in the car, it's in this driveway. I slam the door. I hear another slam. I thought somebody got in the car with me.
Right.
Whole time, this motherfucker done went upstairs, higher ground.
Right.
and it's raining bullets. You know what I'm saying? I tore the top of the gear shift off of the motherfucking thing trying to get the fuck out of there. I'm talking about they was just coming. And then I did my arm because it was a tempo. And you remember when they was doing them seat belts when they came back by, I did my arm like that, the window shattered. Nigga shot me right here, man, and my arm wouldn't have been right there and shot me in the head. I stopped robbing people. He single-handedly made me, because it turned into a whole thing from behind there. It was a whole, people had to move and all kind of shit. It went down. And because it was the middle of the drought, man. That's how I ended up down south. You know what I'm saying? Because man, it was that time where if you had anything, it was worth some money.
Motherfucker come to get it.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it ain't even personal. It's just
man, it was not at all. You know, never personal. I apologize to all the cats I know that I robbed. You know what I'm saying? I swear I don't talk about it. I don't glorify it. You know what I'm saying? But it happened, and you know I was a different person back then, man. But listen, you have to be an animal to survive amongst animals.
Man, listen, I know, man, I grew up in a house with 3 brothers and 2 sisters. And the oldest 2 brothers didn't get along. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, it was cool when they was in the house, but shit, when they went outside, them motherfuckers was rivals. You know what I mean? So all that, we brothers shit, yeah, but I had 2 brothers that didn't see eye to eye once upon a time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I got uncles. You know what I'm saying? Shit, they brothers and they the same way.
And it all came down to the game, man, because, you know, I guess they felt like they was playing on 2 different teams. You know what I'm saying? So imagine motherfuckers in the house chilling, whatever. Then when they go outside, you hear shots, and it's coming from them. You know what I mean? Or I was told a story where my brother like, hey man, don't let dude in this spot, and they dumbass let him in. I ain't gonna say y'all names, but y'all gonna see this and y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all should have did that shit to Wood. Y'all shot But you know, bro, like, hey man, whatever you do, don't let my brother or my cousin in this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Right.
He telling his guys this. And they let him in and shit, and they got laid the fuck down. You know what I mean? My brothers was in a real life war with each other, man, for a while. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Stayed in the same fucking house. You know what I mean?
Now that's crazy.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I done seen some shit.
Yeah.
When it come to this street shit, that gang shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker couldn't cross North Avenue. Whatever you do, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't cross North Avenue. You know what I mean?
Remember First and Key? They had that.
I wasn't nowhere down there. I knew nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen, I got a story about that too. Now all my people come from there. Mm-hmm. My granddaddy had been living there since the 60s on First. You know what I'm saying? Concordia. So that's right down the street, First. You know what I'm saying? In the store. Mm-hmm. So this probably like 96. I'm on some drunk bum shit.
This when you was drinking?
Yeah, I'm drunk and shit.
Yeah.
So I bang my hat to the right.
Down
I'm all in the store.
Down them ways.
Yeah. At the store right there.
History lesson. I don't mean to cut you off. History lesson. Back then, wearing your hat to the right in that area really wasn't a smart idea on OG Gotti behalf. Go ahead.
So now even the Arabs and them in the store is like, have you lost your motherfucking mind? They do, no lie, wave me ahead. He was trying to hurry up and get me the fuck out of his store. You know what I'm saying? He like, oh no, let him. But they understood, like, hey, this nigga, he better hurry up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, by the time it was too late. By the time I make it outside, if it wasn't 20 niggas, it was 30.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All of them little niggas too.
Worst ones.
So you know, right? You know what I'm saying? All of them little niggas. Right. So they like, hey man, you gotta turn that hat. Another history lesson: you don't turn the hat. If you turn the hat, you get banged. You know what I'm saying? You a pussy. You
Either
know,
way it
all
go.
that type shit.
Either
You know
way
what
it
I'm
go,
saying?
you asked out.
Yeah, either way it go. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well
go for the
leave that
gusto.
motherfucker on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I can't turn this motherfucker. Then the nigga started hollering. Man, I said, you better turn that. I was like, oh my God, it's about to go down.
Right.
So I'm with my little cousin. Like I say, they really from down there.
Right.
I just, you know how, like T.I. say he from Bankhead. You know what I'm saying? I live over here. I visit, come see grandma. And people know me, but I ain't really from, you know what I'm saying? So my cousin started talking to him. Man, you talk about a motherfucker sobering up. I knew enough to start walking backwards. You know what I'm saying? So I make it to the car. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in mind.
Man, we get in the car, we losing. Now this just the more of how it used to be sections here. You know what I'm saying? What I'm getting to. Cause I'm pissed now, right? Now that I got away, I'm back on some drunk man. Man, I know them niggas. So I call the folks. I call 10th Street now. You know what I'm saying? He said, where was you at? I didn't want to say it. You know what I'm saying? I swear to God, I didn't want to say it. But I had to. And he was like, man, now you know. You know what I'm saying?
Knowing you was out
That's
of
how I was here. Like, man, you knew better. We're not going down there. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna have to take whatever you got away. You didn't get slapped up, beat up.
Good.
Take it. You know what I'm saying? Niggas checked you. You know what I'm saying? Some little niggas, they checked you. You know what I'm saying? But that's all that happened. You got away with your life. You gotta let that shit ride.
Live to fight another day, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Shit.
But it was like I'm saying, it was areas, it was projects here where if you didn't live there or know nobody, Hillside was one of them that I could think of, Parkline, all them shits was terrible. You know what I'm saying? You just didn't go down there.
Right.
Anytime they revamping shit and breaking because it's terrible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The as they say, the niggas done took control. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, when I was coming up, I knew shit. I grew up in Ghost Town. You know what I mean? 22nd and Right.
Yeah.
I knew to stay my black ass in Ghost Town.
Right.
I went to fucking Phyllis Wheatley School. That's 20th Street. I'm still in Ghost Town. You know what I mean?
Still in the hood.
Man, it was to the point where I couldn't even claim my older two brothers. You know what I'm saying? My mama told me and my other brother Big O that's over me, you know, we same, you know what I mean?
Right.
I ain't got no older brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All that going to the movies and going to the mall, we couldn't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like hell no, because they was, you know what I'm saying? They was really busting them moves type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really experienced like going to the movies and all of those shit. So I moved on 42nd Street. And motherfucker, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, that's the call from, you know what I'm saying? I was raised on 22nd and Right. I jumped off the porch on 42nd Street. You know what I mean? So, man, you know, a nigga lived a sheltered life till about like 12. Right. But shit, when I got on 42nd Street, hey, it's a rapper tapper. Man, you know what I mean? Right. But yeah, so I know how it was in this city, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to the younger cats, man, y'all ain't doing shit new. Well, yes, y'all is that going live and all that shit and pointing your pistol in the camera and all that shit.
And the rolling dope houses. Yeah. The rolling dope houses got me. Yeah. I got a young one got caught up in that, and you just be looking at him like, I mean, a motherfucker throw the bag, but everything in the bag. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got the whole case in a bag. You know what I'm saying?
Riding around and getting it.
Riding around. But they stopped posting up. Remember, we had spots was crazy in the 90s and early 2000s. Yep. You know what I'm saying? When rent was $500 and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Making that $500 in 3 hours.
Right.
Or less.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the day.
And riding till the wheels fall off. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep it up.
Right. We gonna get back to that Milwaukee shit, but I want to get into you. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I would say pause for you little young motherfuckers, but we men. So he know I ain't, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, far as the music, you know what I mean? How did you and your brother Playboy D, how did y'all link up with the Country Boy Clique? You know what I'm saying?
Man, you know what?
Hold on. For the people that don't know this Sean Gotti, man, you know what I mean? On some tracks with Country Boy Click, you know what I'm saying? Memorable verses. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right. Man,
So how did you
Risco, all, I've
Yeah,
been on
yeah.
all. I done did songs with Mecca. I done did songs with some people you wouldn't even think of,
Right.
but it was really Playboy.
Mm-hmm.
Had because I was just not back from down south, being down south. Oh no, I was locked up. I was locked up again.
Right.
So he telling me about them now. They blowing up on the east,
Mm-hmm.
and I ain't heard about it. So he playing the music for me. And I'm like, you know, I'm really hating. Shit cold as hell, but I'm really hating. But I'm like, because we trying to rap, so I'm
Right.
like, I can't see, like they say, baby wood. I can't see nothing outside of us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Do
All
you
the other
remember what he
niggas,
was playing? What album he was
it
playing?
was Goldfingers.
Oh shit.
And I don't know if y'all remember, they put out a super single. Nobody had ever done this since,
Mm-hmm.
but they had this powder.
Yeah.
And they had it all, and it was like a up to the hook,
Mm-hmm.
like all these snippets,
I remember
and
that.
there was songs on there that didn't even was not
Didn't
even
make the
on
album.
powder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So if you got one of them tapes, you got
You got some
some
shit.
shit. You know what I'm saying? So he playing the shit for me, and we had a homeboy. I just seen him at Kinky's, Ronnie Hines, and
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie was in with P Woods in there.
Yeah.
So he was like, man, Ronnie can hook us up with him. So I don't know if y'all remember when all them did that shit at the Washington Park.
The Pavilion, Washington
Yeah,
Park.
it was
No.
Cuckoo, Drew. It was just Air Creams and Dreams, Cash Ball and them.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, shout out to Action Rob. And I just remember when that doom, doom, doom,
Mm-hmm.
when that shit happened, man, they went crazy. So I was like, man, we don't
Couldn't
need
deny
them
that shit.
niggas. We
No,
can do
you
this.
couldn't.
I'm
Still denying
sticking
the
to
truth
my
about
hate.
this
You know what I'm
motherfucker.
saying?
Right.
So me and Playboy had this song called "You Ain't Never Met a Nigga,"
Mm-hmm.
and my dog was a beast on that DR5. Shit, he was so cold. I remember Big Hank. Y'all know who Big Hank is.
Mm-hmm.
Unexplained Music,
Right. Shout out
and
Big
he was
Hank.
telling him that he was like, that ain't no DR5. And we
Right.
like, dog, that's a DR5. He was like, you ain't do all that shit
On
with
the
no
DR5.
fam was working that
Right.
motherfucker. So they got a hold to the song. Now, this is gonna make y'all crazy. I had a verse on that song. They originally came for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But of course, you know what I'm saying, it's me and folks. They came, picked us up at my house. I stayed on Sherman and Hope. P Woods and J Rose. Shout out to J Rose. Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
Woods. Came, picked us up. I had my son, Junior, my firstborn.
Mm-hmm.
Went down there, came, got us, took us to the studio that was downtown. That's when they was downtown. And we was supposed to be rapping over this beat and shit. I didn't know we was gonna go do that shit.
Right.
I'm thinking we just gonna get in the car, ride around the block,
Right.
talk, you know
Chop
what
it
I'm
up.
saying? So I ain't got no extra pampers. My son done shitting on himself. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh man. So I'm just all the way whacked out the mood. So
Right.
Playboy step up. So they like, okay, we go ride like this. It
Mm-hmm.
was us, but I was more into the streets. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So when they was going to the studio, all I said was shit the spot open. Everybody go. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So, cause I could have been like, even though we was doing it, like I didn't feel like I could be like a star myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm cold. I get on
Right.
your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't go short myself, but I'm like, you know, it's
The
it's
full
them
ride.
times where I got to sit back and say, now who got a better chance, me or folks?
Right.
Folks them doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm just the muscle. You know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. I jump off some tracks here and there. You know what I'm saying? But I have been doing that for the longest, man. And
Mm-hmm.
Risco, I jumped on. I was on Gang Banging and Dope Slanging Volume One. I'm trying to think of what other shit. I've been on a lot of shit
Right.
through the years. You know what I'm saying? I'm more like a feature
Mm-hmm.
player when
Now,
it comes to that.
you say you're a featured player, but you I'm gonna use your words. You starred in a movie based in Milwaukee. Was it Trust Nobody?
Trust nobody. Yeah.
Yeah. And when you would put up there, you would say star OG Gotti.
Hey, that was good promo.
I liked that shit
Yeah,
though. Like, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I'm in this
Star.
motherfucker too. Like, you
Right,
know what I
right,
mean?
right. Some other motherfuckers. Just me and some other
Yeah.
motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But what was cool about your part, right? Is when dog you was standing there with got slapped, your facial expression, like you really sold that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
that
right.
was good acting on your behalf,
Hey,
man.
you
You know
know
what I
what?
mean?
I told fam, I appreciate that. I told fam after that scene, I said, dog, ain't nobody in my whole life grabbed me like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been snatched. I almost didn't know. I was in real shock.
Did you
Like,
say, hold on, this
the
is a
fuck
movie.
going on?
This is just a movie. We just,
Right,
we just
right,
acting.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
and
just
feel like,
acting.
no, ain't nobody never grabbed me like
So let me
that.
take a 5-minute break real quick and
Right.
calm the fuck down.
He was laughing. He was laughing. Hey, one funny thing about that was Burnham. Shout out to Burnham. He was in the scene in the movie too.
Mm-hmm.
And he went, they had to tell fam to tone it down. They was
Right,
like, man, hey, look, don't grab you like that.
right.
Man was
Don't do
going
that.
hard.
Type shit. That's what's happening.
Shout out to Steve O and them, man.
Hey, put me in a movie, Steve O, man. I'd have hit your inbox. What the fuck I gotta do, bro? I know how to act. You know
We
what I
got
mean?
all, you know how I'm going to beat it? I'm
No,
going to go audition. I'm going
I
to go
can
to
do
them
that.
cast.
I could do that, man. If
Right.
you got a shiesty ass role, let me play that. Cause I ain't no shiesty ass nigga. So it'd be good to you know what I mean, step outside my element, you know what I mean, and get a role in, man. I look menacing. I could play Thug number 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm just fucking let me get in where I fit in. You know what I mean?
I told him, I said, look, if you need somebody to get killed, nobody ever want to get killed in the movie. If you need somebody to get killed, call me.
It all depends though. It gotta be like a climactic kill. Like you
Yeah,
ain't
I want to die for where you remember it.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean? I
yeah,
ain't
you know
just
what
with
I'm
to be the
saying?
nigga that got shot at the stove. No,
Right,
it gotta have some meaning to it. You know
right.
what I mean? Let me be the man, hitman that you
Yeah.
know what I mean, get knocked some shit like that. But just a random nigga, no, I don't wanna do that one. But yeah,
Right,
though. So as far as the music, bro, like you support, you know what I'm saying, local artists, you know what I'm saying? You was one of the first that really showed love to the younger generation as far as the music shit. Where did that come from? Like knowing that, you're supposed to support your own, bro, and don't down the young niggas. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right. Early,
Yeah.
when I was doing the Gotti show up at the candy store
Mm-hmm. Shout out Miss K.
and all that shit. Shout out to Bo, Miss K, the whole team.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm like, they need somebody from being in the street and having cats my age and asking them about the music, and it was all hate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dog, these out niggas hating. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like, for real, hating hard. So I'm like, oh, they need somebody that's gonna be on their side
Right.
and cheer for them. You know what I'm saying? And I told people about chicken
I can
years
remember that.
ago.
Bud G.
I was calling it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
remember
I
that.
said that boy. I interviewed chicken. I said, bro, street shit cool, but you can really make it with this
Mm-hmm.
shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You got a way where you done defy everything they done threw at you.
Right.
You
Came
know
from
what
up
I'm
under all
saying?
that bullshit.
Right, yeah. And when some shit come on about you on the internet, then the next night I play you in the club and everybody in that motherfucker singing it word for word. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Keep making good music. When you got that drama shit and people is doing shit, man, keep making good music. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna stand through it all.
Right.
You see what happened with Drake and Kendrick?
Mm-hmm. Shit, look at R. Kelly. He a piece of shit in my eyes, but people still want to play the nigga music. People still love that nigga music. So
Man,
the music damn near can outweigh, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be.
you make a good record. That's just they like, man, all this dude right here ain't shit, but that's a
But that's a
goddamn
cold
jam. You
ass
know what I'm
song.
saying? That, well, he
No
made a jam.
bullshit.
That bitch ass motherfucker made a cold song.
Right.
But you know, R. Kelly had the whole '90s
Yeah, but he a piece of shit.
after Jodeci and them, and really, he was trying to be like Bobby Brown. If you watch,
They say he took Aaron Hall whole little style.
yep, and Bobby, but he did Bobby's first video. What's the video? My Prerogative. R. Kelly did an exact same video. You
They
know what
call
I'm
it a
saying?
rendition.
But then he found
this
He
groove.
found this groove. He said, okay, you know, he was beginning. You try some shit. And then you like, man,
groove.
I'm gonna just do this.
Right. If you could go back in time and talk to your 19,
19?
your 19-year-old self, what would you say?
Man, go to goddamn school like you supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to go to college. I graduated on the honor roll, even though I was in a lot of shit. You know, it was a different time back then.
Right.
You know, your mama say your ass go to school, you go to school, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I at least had to graduate, if nothing else.
Right.
So I would tell myself, I graduated, but I would say continue on to college. Not to say going to college, you know what I'm saying? Right. You got people doing trades or whatever, but do something besides staying in the goddamn streets. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would say. Get out the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because man, everything just went down. Right. It was ups and it's downs. That's the streets. Right. You up, you down. You up, you down. You up, you down. You know what I mean? Till you get tired of that shit.
Right. I can dig it. I'll play a little quick little game. You can only pick one. Who you got? Scarface, Ice Cube, or Tupac?
Oh, shit.
5 seconds.
Ooh, Scarface.
Scarface. Top Authority or Dating Family?
Oh, don't do it to me like that. Top Authority. Oh, no, Dating. They was, man, for the record, shout out to both them. They was cold. I guess Top Authority because they got, I had the Poppy. That was my shit back in the day.
I'm going with Dating Family for going through a thing.
Oh, I'm going through. Man, I gotta put that in my playlist right now. You right, man. Like I say, that one was hard.
I know, man. Listen, man. Hey, I'm methodical with this little rapid fire, man. Right?
Goddamn.
So we got. I already know what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna do this one anyway. NWA Ghetto Boys.
Man, Ghetto Boys. I always tell NWA was the pretty boys. You know what I'm saying? The Ghetto Boys
was them boys.
They was that shit.
Big bet. So we about to wrap this up, man. Where can the people find you at, man? You know what I'm saying? If motherfucker want to link with you, you know what I mean?
Okay. On Facebook, I'm Sean Hale, ShaunHale. Instagram is OG times 3, but it's spelled OHGEE, because you know you gotta your name be took. You know, you think ain't that something you think you done thought of some clever shit and then you go and it's 30 motherfuckers with this right. Like no, so it's OG times 3, at OG times 3 on IG. That's pretty much it. I'll be in the streets, man. I DJ every Saturday at Kinky's out there on 76 and Floors. Every Thursday at Gold Diggers. I know there's some shit going on or whatever, but I ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm just there playing music, watching ass. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Always they be like wanting tips, but I'm like, if I tip y'all, it's like I'm working for free.
Exactly. How that work?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's not logical.
It'd be different if I was just doing it off my phone or something. But I done bought equipment. Like I had to get paid for picking this shit up. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right, look, we always gonna
Yeah,
I
and
never want to get a full interview. I always want to start because we always leave room for more. You know
right,
what I mean?
right.
And you have an open door policy on our platform, bro. So if you ever got something you want to promote, you want to say some shit, you want to say fuck you, let me know. We open up the door so you can say your piece. You know
Man,
what I'm
that's
saying?
live. That's live. That's live. And I
No
appreciate that,
bullshit.
man. I appreciate you even reaching out to me
Oh yeah,
for
man.
this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It means something when people think about you. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
actually want to sit down with you on camera and hear your
Yeah.
thoughts and stuff like that. That people think that much of you. So I
Yeah,
appreciate that,
man.
man. And shout out to the platform.
Appreciate you. Forest Television. There's been another one. Like I always say, it's always a conversation. It'll never be no interrogation. Peace.